Okay. Anything else? Brilliant. You can hear me, guys. Good to see a few of you here. Fantastic. Love it. Love it. I'm really getting really excited now. Not the emotions are not running too much. Anyway, here we go. I'm just going to get the disclaimer and risk warning and trading disclaimer. Trading foreign exchange on a margin carries high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors or traders. There are no guarantees of profit, and most forex traders lose money trading. Past performance is not indicative of future results. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before deciding to invest in foreign exchange, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. The possibility exists that you could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment, and therefore you should only invest in money that you can afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risks associated with foreign exchange trading and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts or uncertainties. This presentation and all of its contents, including past trades and potential trade setups, is for educational and informational purposes only. Using any strategies, techniques, or software mentioned in this presentation is also risky. We make no guarantees of profit of any kind. The presenter is not a licensed financial professional and therefore will not give any financial advice or recommendations. All information in this presentation is our opinion and may not reflect the truth or reality in the world of trading. Please use your own good judgment and seek advice from a qualified consultant before believing, accepting, and acting upon any information in this presentation. This is not a solicitation to invest. Hypothetical performance results have many inherent limitations, some of which are described below. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. In fact, there are frequently sharp differences between hypothetical performance results and the actual results subsequently achieved by any particular trading program. One of the limitations of hypothetical performance results is that they are generally prepared with the benefit of hindsight. In addition, hypothetical trading does not involve financial risk, and no hypothetical trading record can completely account for the impact of financial risk in actual trading. For example, the ability to withstand losses or to adhere to a particular trading program in spite of trading losses are material points which can also adversely affect actual trading results. There are numerous other factors related to the markets in general or to the implication of any specific trading program which cannot be fully accounted for in the preparation for hypothetical performance results, and all of which can adversely affect actual trading results. Rewards plan disclaimer. Your actual commissions and residual income will vary depend on your work ethic, hours you spend on customer acquisition, and the quality of the customers you refer. There we are. That's done now. Okay, there's that little picture I showed you guys earlier. So when you're starting off slowly, it became too much. From when I went from Shredder up to tab 29, I had a load of charts just to try and get my trades in and progress from there. But I went from 6 like I have here now, but I went back down to 4 because it just became too much for me. If a couple pairs are moving, I was missing stuff, and now I've set my RES far better now. That I just see the pairs, the 6 pairs there, I see some movement, and then I'll have a little nose and see what's offered, and then drop down to a lower time frame. So anyway, we got here, let's have a look what we got here. We got fast 33 here. Okay, so in the training videos, especially with tab 29, Steve talks where to start. It's like the green level of trading, of learning where to to take the 10-minute harmonic wave convergence, or obviously if you're in fast 33, you'll be using the 15 and have no influence of, on tab 29, you would have no influence of the 30. So there's no 30 snaking, it's not having anything to do, and you just practice, post your trades, get an understanding of which pulsivity, which way the movement is occurring, and obviously the fast 33, you have your 15, so you don't see the 30, but you can go to your 30-minute chart. Let's have a look at this a minute. Go to your, and you had fast 33, and you say, right, okay, we can see this movement occurring. I personally would go to have a look at my chart, the 30-minute, and I can see, like Tim Manzinger teaches the 51360 Todd as well, how the separation occurs. So you know impulsivity is looking good going down. Okay, so then you could switch straight over to fast 33, and then you could look and see where you would get the 15 at between the 80 and 20 to extreme. Okay, and then just practice. You can practice just adding, I've got a Fibonacci on here, let's have a look here. So I would, it's very wicky and messy, it's horrible, it's yucky. It is Friday. I have tried to look back a few, but it's been a funny week this week. It's certainly nothing that I really like to get involved with, really. And I would stick, oops, let's have a look. So look at probabilities. Okay, so at the moment we don't really have, stick a trend line on there. There's not really much of a fork at the moment. So if I had a third hit of a trend line, and using the Fibonacci, I'd stack my probabilities where I would have the 15, the wave up to the extreme, and it's there, stack the probabilities, demo these type of trades. Obviously you demo, post them in your required groups and get the feedback, and then you'll understand slowly of a volume of trades. Mackenzie was talking about having a journal, which I do, which we all do, and learning why I've lost this trade. You know, why did I win this trade, or the feelings, have I had an argument, or you know, but like Mackenzie in a session earlier, she's talking about not having enough sleep or being woken up by the children. And, you know, it's sometimes we have the heat, the extreme heat we've had here in France has just been, I mean, last week and a few weeks ago, it was just way over 40 degrees and you just can't think straight. It's just too hard. So it's those are the times where you really need to sort of, just because you're demoing it, you think to yourself, yeah, it doesn't matter, it's only a demo. But if you keep building that, then you'll just carry on. You'll carry on that way of thinking even when you do go live. So it's important to have that understanding of just being clear-headed, feeling good, even before you have the feeling of going into doing trading. Or I love meditating. And before this session here, I sat down and just closed my eyes and I visualize just speaking to you guys, which just it just helps to calm the nerves, which obviously will reflect through my trading, you know. Okay. Let's have a look. Right, that's fast 33. Has anybody got any questions on fast 33 while I'm here? Okay. No, right, okay. Let's going to go to, let's have a look at this here. Right. Right, tab 29. Okay, guys, anybody no questions on fast 33? Okay, for the Janelle. So the P30 must be in the power zone only. Yeah, in the power zone, yes. I mean, once the 30 gets close to the extreme, for instance, if you've got the P10 or the power 10, I mean, look at both of this is just messy. You need to not just that's becoming an influence, because the last stretch of the 30-minute reaching up to harmonic wave can be impulsive and will stomp you out. But ideally, yeah, pretty much the 30 in the middle of the road, which I like. It's just let's have a look here. Is that right here? Yeah. So yeah, in through here really. Oh. Done it again. Oh, there we are. That's that one, isn't it? I've been using this so much, and I just get lost sometimes. So stacking up your probability. When you guys and girls have posted and you're really comfortable with just involving the harmonic 10, okay, and then move on to learn how to do POT, which is the pieces of the 10, or if you're in fast, you learn how to do the pieces of the 15, okay. So let's have a look and see what we got. Oh, I love my 1 minute charts. I love playing with my POTs, and I love playing with 10-minute harmonic. That's the kind of trader at the moment. This is what I've been doing. I like to be in and out, because really at the end of the day you only need 5 pips. So when you work out and do all the maths, Steve shows the calculator over time what you build. You know, it's incredible. To get your daily bread, what Clay talks about. It just greed and ego can destroy. This destroys people, destroys all of us if we're not careful. I've got to keep checking my ego every day, which is really important. So let's have a look at some of these questions. I'm babbling on here a bit, really. Right. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. So let's have a look at these questions. Just purchase. So you trade the New York session, yeah? Because I live in Europe, which I'm very fortunate to live where I do in France. I live on the West Coast. So very fortunate to have the London session kick in and the crossover through the New York session. There's a lot of activity generally that goes on between those two pairs. I do avoid, like last week there was red flags all week, and also the Brexit. There's a lot of all that rubbish going on at the moment. There's such indecision going on with the markets. Okay, does that answer your question? Yeah, I do trade. So you do trade, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is just, to me, this is really messy. You can see the trend is down. It's messy, but I like clean channels. Okay, it's too wicky. I stay well away from it. I'm not interested in that, because it can easily go against you for you. So I don't gamble, and we don't gamble in this. But learn how to set traps, and get your probabilities, and demo and post, okay, and get the feedback from us. All these amazing coaches we got here. Okay, right, I'll have a look at another question here. Yeah, heat can kill you. Right, okay, using the fast 33, does the 13-minute 62 give any indication of what 30 harmonic wave is doing? I don't think so. Okay, so if we look at fast 33. Does the 30-60 give any indication of what 30 harmonic was doing? Well, if the 62, the 30-62, which I have here, which is the middle road of the 30. But if we get, I mean, the high probabilities, if you're on fast 33, so you don't understand, so you will not see this 30 on your, as it is down here, you will not see it. But stacking up your probability, I would like to see, I mean, you would have the 15-minute, you may have the 15 come to the extreme, you would have probability, a trend line, anything like that, and you'll journal what you do. Okay, then you can stack up your probabilities and see how you are in your trading. And yeah, I mean, this is just a downward pressure. If pressure on a retrace, I look at the higher time frames to see what's occurring. And if it's then, I'll go to my 1 minute chart, down to the 5, down to the 1 minute chart, and then I would have a look. And if anything's nice and clean, I would enter the trade. But most of the time, depending on what's happening, I will POT it, depending on where I am in the cycle of impulsivity. I do like to play with that. Okay, does that answer your question there, Doug? Okay, because you know how powerful the 30 and 240. Yeah, the 30 is stronger than, I mean, the 30 EMA is stronger than any of these. This is my 5. This is the 10. Even though I don't have the 15 on my, I don't have the 15. I use the 10, 5, and 1. But I use the 15-minute EMA. I got the 10 and I got the 5. And I will look. I like to see, for instance, if 15. If prices hit the 15, say for instance we've got the CS is 500 here, which is a nice price likes to respect it one way or another. And I have the 5 and the 10 or the 15. So I do have the 15, which I haven't got on here, but I do have it on here normally. But I don't want people to get too confused of what is occurring, really. Just trying to keep it simple, like Steve teaches, you know, KISS, keep it simple, and just build on your RES on there. Let's have a look at any other charts we might have. Good, I'm glad that's good. The nerves are still there, but it's a little bit calmer than I was last week. Let's have a look and see what other pairs. So we can always have a look at my 30, see what we got. So any other questions do we have here? Yeah, I'll speak to you about that, Tim, about that question you're asking about the background and everything. Okay, so I like to trap price. See, I know this is messy, and this is just like, it's disgusting. But adding just Fibonacci from that swing high to that swing low, I've got a 61.8. Okay, price has already moved before I've got it. And that another Fibo on here, and I've got a 38.2, and the price from here down to here. This is a powerful, for me, this is just blows me away. That's two 61.8s on the two different types of swings, and a 38.2. This is a hot line for me. Who knows what price would happen? Then I'll draw true trap. If it was cleaner, I would have a fork on it, but I don't like to put a fork on this because it's just too yucky. But I find it a little easier for my RES is just to add a trend line. So what I've done is I've trapped price in here. If it was cleaner, there would probably be 1 or 2 places I could probably put a trend line in here as well. And then I would copy this. So we'll look, clone, and I would just stick prices down here. I would stick an alert just below there, and the same on the lower trend line I have here. I would do the same, and I would stick an alert on there, probably about that's 5 pip channels on there. So about 5 pips, because I'm pretty much stuck to my desk most of the day. I do go out and cycle and go for surfing or whatever my pleasure is, my other parts of self-development, just from reading books and everything. The alerts come on my phone. I could be in the kitchen anywhere, and I'll have a look, and I will drop down to my lower time frames and then take it from there, really. But you guys, this is beginner Waveology. And please, 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 please don't try and have the shiny object syndrome where you feel you need to go off and do something else. You know, Clay mentioned it in his session the other night, that so many guys and girls you're rushing off to do Clayway. Yeah, fantastic. But please start from the bottom, right at the bottom. Learn to master this. If it's the 15-minute or the 10-minute. I love the 10-minute POT, and they're there all day long. You know? Okay. I know it's messy. I do like this pair, and I have the other pair I do like to play with, and that is the Japanese yen. Here we are. But I like to have the criteria has to be so good for me to enter this pair, because the spreads are pretty high, can almost be double of what the GPUSD is. Okay, how many peak to power waves? How many peak to power waves do I use? Peak on my 10 minutes? No. There's another thing about influence. Okay, the 30 has influence on your trades if it's actually in the powers that are on here, so it's not a huge. It's not a huge amount of involvement. The 30 minutes not going to really get too much involvement with what you're doing, especially if you're learning how to do POT trades, where you can literally just get 2 or 3 pips in and out, or not, or 4 or 5 or whatever. Okay. I do notice that I have done through my volumes of trades that if I have the power 10, which reaches the 80 or the 20, and the peak 10 is kind of, it depends on the impulsivity and where price is moving, it can have influence or just push that little higher, which I will not enter. I will allow the peak 10 to come into convergence as well as the power 10 would obviously be in convergence as well as the 5 and the P1. The P, that's why we stress about learning how to demo the 10-minute harmonic, because you really get to learn about how the P1 just tells the story for me. How if it's a lower level leading the upper level, where this is horrible, so let's find something a bit better. It's just yucky, isn't it? It's just one of those things today, isn't it? Friday. Let's have a look, see what we got. Excuse me a minute, guys and girls. It's just yucky. Oh well, let's look at that. That's something better. This is another pair I really like to trade as well, because the US and the Swiss, when they're clean, I find it so predictable. It's only because of my visualization on particular movements I have on my charts. I've got this picture of this particular movement where I visualize it every day, and I actually visualize it when I'm either in the water surfing or even when I go to sleep at night. I visualize this particular movement, and as soon as I sit down, or if I happen to be in the vicinity and I come down and sit down and I have a look, and within even thinking about it, I can see what's occurring. Quickly have a look, and then go yes, that looks good. Whack on a Fibbo. Look at the probability. Yeah, that looks good to me. So yeah, and that's how I trade it. Let's have a look at some of the questions. Everything okay so far, guys? Okay, it will get better. My sessions will get better as time goes. It's just building the confidence and getting things right. Let's have a look. What questions do we have here? There is a dark zone on your indicator that stops the present time. Do you enable that? Dark zone on my indicator. I'm sorry, I'm lost there. Dark zone on my indicator. Your tab 20 tab dark shadow. Okay, who are the ways? Alright, how bizarre. Okay, mate, I'll try something. I'll just shut the shutter a second, guys. It might help because the light may be coming from the window. Let me just try that. Give us 2 secs. Don't know if that makes any difference or not. Tab 29 is black. I see it on the other traders' chart. Oh, okay. I've seen it on other traders' charts. Not seen anything. Okay, bizarre. Okay, it looks very clear. I'll have to investigate that for next time. Okay. Alright, awesome, Tony. This helps me. Brilliant. Okay. On the other background is grey. How bizarre. Don't know about that. I'll have to look into that. Is it that bad? Is it? Can you guys really not see very well, or? No, it's fine. It's not. Okay, brilliant. At least you guys can see it. Okay. Okay, do we have any other questions? No? Okay, so how many of you guys have posted, that are in tab 29, that have posted your POT trades or your 10-minute harmonic? Come on in. Don't hold back. Don't be shy. I'm sure there's 1 or 2 of you have or have not. I'm starting to tell you yes. Okay. So have you done your 10-minute harmonic? Have you done any POTs? Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I will set alerts. I like to set alerts because the timing can be completely different. Let me just get rid of this, make this a little cleaner for you guys here. Let's have a look. Give that a second. It's I don't like trend lines being breached at all. Even if I would have had a better, even if I got a nice clean hits off here, but this has been. I wouldn't trust it. That's my personal. I've seen too much of it where you may have just sort of half a pip to a pip, unless it's going to hit a good INS support line here or a resistant. That's the only time I would probably give it a little trust. And obviously, and the criteria has got to be there, because at the end of the day, it's your money, and you don't want to start cheating. Even if it's demo, start cheating, and that'll be okay. It'll be fine, but it's not. Okay, clean, simple. Over a period of time, these volumes of trades, you just know that you're going to, what kind of trade you're going to do. If it's going to be harmonic to harmonic. If you're POTing it, before I enter a trade, as I said, I've got a list. In certain movements, certain criteria reached, I already know what I'm going to do. Okay, so I don't have to think about it. And there's another thing I like to write out every day is in my journal. I write out every day, why do I trade like a robot? I tell myself like that every day. So there's no emotion. I don't want any emotion. Just get on it. Simple. Don't have to think about it. Someone was asking about the alerts. Okay, so I'll set 2 alerts on basically depending on the impulsivity. So if price is moving down, I will set an alert on my 1 minute, on the 21, or down to the 81. Actually, 81. It should be 78 actually, because I like to be a little bit lower than 80 actually. Down here, maybe 76, 78. It gives me time for the power 10 to reach into extreme, and also I'll set an alert on my power 10, because they can be so close to each other where the peak 10 hasn't quite reached to extreme, but I know it's going to have a last bit of influence before I would think about entering a trade. So even the alert may go off on my 1 minute, I have noticed I forget, and I end up reading or doing whatever I'm doing, and I forget I've had great criteria, but because I didn't set an alert on my 5 minute, on my 10 minute as my peak, I've missed a trade. Okay, so that might help one or two of you. Okay, what is what I want to start next week. Sorry, what do you want to start next week? I haven't just. Yeah, that's right, Janelle. You just want to start on your P, your 10 and your 1 minute. And yeah, your P1 and your 10. Okay, at harmonic wave convergence. And you'll learn over time where the best places to take your trades. You'll hit your slash. You may get minus, which is slash -1, -2. Well, then you get, and obviously you get your +1s, +2s, and etc. And over time, when you start to, and also if you, let's have a look here. See, this is too close to this at this particular time. Actually, this downward pressure. So I would avoid this. I would like to look at. See, I would like to look at and see the power 10 reach as a retrace up to the 80, and also I would like to see price hit one of the EMAs as well. Okay, with the Fibonacci, just stacks up that probability that you just know. And when you learn how to POT, you know when to get out, and you literally hit slash. And when price does go with you, it's great. It's just it's an awesome feeling. It's like my universe, my Star Wars. I'm a Star Wars fan, a bit of a nut as well. I've noticed Clay was a bit one of those as well. He likes his Star Wars. So it's my Xbox, which I don't really play Xbox, but it's I love it. I just love getting in there and I'm having fun. Right, okay, let's have a look at a few more questions here. Okay, I haven't just time to start. Okay, Genoa, just you want to start next week? Yeah, start next week, get posting, start learning, take things to another level. Fast 33 is just, Fast 33 is just brilliant. It's just a small piece of the pie. Tab 29 is the pie, the pie laced in however you want to imagine your pie is, the best tasting pie you could possibly imagine, and then and add it 100-fold. That's what I think. I love Tab 29. Tab 29, don't tell anybody, it's so cool. Right, look at what I've done, and I haven't posted trades. Okay, I have hit 100+ pitchfork postings. Okay, that's brilliant, fantastic. Yeah, pitchforks and Tab 29. Pitchforks are great, but add Tab 29 into it. Oh, rock and roll. Okay, I'm just going through the questions here, guys and girls. I have
done. I haven't posted. Okay. That trend line light back to the previous high. Okay. Yeah, this is no good to me. That, no, I don't trust that. Okay, price is going down. That's what I like to do. That's how I would keep it. It's clean or cleaner. Okay. Is that okay then, Rowan? Okay, what is harmonic 110? There's a nice one. 10 a.m. So, yeah, here we are. Look, we've got there's POT trade here, possibly. It's just this is all bunchy, really. I'm not too keen on this. Okay, we've got a 10-minute and a 5-minute harmonic hitting the 30, which you can POT it. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look, this is better. This is nice. Oh yeah, look at this. This is much nicer. Yeah, look at this. So you've got divergence. That's what I like to see. Okay. See, the 30 has no influence at all. Okay, even though the 10 is cycling up, the 30 has been at extreme, and you can see the 10 is cycling up the 30. Okay, even if we're not at this price at the moment, but I would look at this and I would say, yeah, the P1 has created a low. It's created you can see pressure is down. Okay, it's done a check. Green bars, red bars, no, not there, not there. Off the 30, trend bars are turned red. Okay, so if you're on here, because you don't realize you're going to go to a high, actually this I wouldn't, because of the 30 is too close. Okay, but you can see how the P1's come up and tagged the power 10. Okay, the 5's at extreme, obviously. Okay, and this would be a trade, but I would be cautious though. For me, I know price is moving down. Okay, nice little hit off here. So yeah, nice like this. Okay, so we give you 2 pips. Let's see what support resistant we got in here. So I would look at this. If this is looking good, I would switch straight to my 30. Oh, sorry, what's that? That's here we are. Okay, and have a look and see what we got. Okay, we've got 13. I might target 13. Let's get 5 pips there, isn't it? 30. 5 pip channels. I'll stick on the shadow bands. What shadow bands I got on here? Yeah, it's price is very flat, even though there's a nice POT trade. Okay. You guys see that? That's diamond, that is. Depending on what your money management is. But you'll figure that money management out yourself when you keep posting, learning in yourself, your volumes of trades. You will find out what you like, what type of money management you would follow, what suits you. Okay. But a true harmonic wave convergence, there we are, boom, is, where's the 30? Yep, 30 is not influence. And then you can see another 10-minute harmonic. The only thing about this you can see is a lower low. I do like the way the P1 has come back into harmonic, back into the extreme. Okay, I know it's easy to say when you can see prices moved up, but when you guys post, and I see a few guys and girls who posting in your groups where is this a good one, or is this a good one, or that a good one? The best way to learn, I know it's okay, it's easy to look at price once price has already moved and it's reversed or it's done whatever it has done. The only way, I mean, this is how I've got to do it live. I can't just go, oh, yeah, that's good, unless I see a really good move where I'll take a screenshot and I will put it through my printer and I'll put it into my file. Okay. And I highly recommend you guys to go back in history and look at price and see things that you like. You start to notice things, and that's when I talked about visualization. Try this with your 10-minute harmonic wave, your POT trading, but start doing it live. Post it, post demo, post it, and then you start to see it before any of this has occurred. I don't know which is going to go. Okay, it's come off the EMA 30. I've got the extreme. This is a great trade. The trend bars have turned red. Boom, straight in. Even if it goes against you, you know how to get out of it. That's why it's so important to POT trades, or to learn how to do the 10-minute harmonic wave convergence. Okay, and then you learn how to involve the 30, and so on. You build and build and build from there. But it's so important to start right from the beginning. Okay. So I would look at price. Okay, so I know the 10 is actually cycling. You can see the 10 is cycling up the 30. It's getting closer. Maybe not. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can see the 240 there. There's a lot of downward pressure there, I see. But if you're 10-minute harmonic wave convergence, you're learning to do this. You do not, and actually on the 30, you can see, actually, there's not a lot I can do with that. You can see the 240 is coming in snaking. You got a little bit of a kiss up, and deck down again. So pressure is down. Okay. So I would probably, if I'm going against impulsivity, I would be into a POT it. Maybe it's just going to give me a few pips. Okay, and this is just, and also price can just bounce off these EMAs. It's the probability is too not for me. Okay. All right, let's have a look at other questions. Okay, guys. Is everything okay? Am I explaining everything okay to you guys? I know this is my second session. And as I said, are not so bad. So bad. Okay. I'm glad you guys. Oh, good. That makes me feel a little bit better. And you'll say, no, it's terrible. Oh my God, I can't think of anything else to do. Okay. Right. Right. Yeah, EMA's a sure flat. Yes. Good. Have I missed any questions? There's been a few. I had somebody else. Right, what did I say here? How do I copy and paste the pic? Well, there's two ways which I use. You photo shoot here, okay, which Mackenzie actually showed earlier on. It was to copy. You press copy and then post it into your group. There's another one for my personal, which I do. I just go to save image, and then I'll press copy image, then I'll move it on to my messenger or to wherever, and then I will get a photo set up and I get it printed out. Okay. And what other question have we got here? Yeah, just keep it simple. Yeah, post test. Yeah, test. Play with your charts. See what repeats itself. See what you like. And as I said, you know, guys, just get out there and learn. Post volumes of trades. Okay. Great visualization. Yeah, no, that's visualization. That's it. If you guys, one last thing, somebody was asking about if you've missed the harmonic wave convergence. Okay, so you've gone through your 10-minute harmonic and you're learning how to POT. Question that is to, I would like, you know, if you put a Fibonacci and you've missed and you're looking for, if you have an understanding of what, oh dear, my brain's just gone. Elliott wave, you don't really need anything much to do with Elliott wave, but I do like to have an understanding which I've got harmonic wave convergence on the 10-minute. If I've missed, because sometimes you don't really know if it doesn't look clean enough where I will not enter. It's got to be so clean before I would enter a trade. But if it does move and I get a nice clean pullback, I would put a Fibonacci, and between 50 and 61.8, it's about, I think it's 73% of the time it will hit you'll have your reversal. Okay, is that clear? Yeah, okay. If I've missed any questions, guys, please just send me a message and I'll get back to you. Okay. I will, you know, as I said, will be building more confidence as I'm having, you know, getting through learning to speak to you guys, and just been a bit more calmer. Okay, what's that? Oh, hang on, I don't forget. Thanks, Mackenzie. I got my little checklist, and I know it's recording, so at least I've got the recording. I just got to make sure I'm doing it the right way around this time, not mess it up. Okay, we have with the EMA so flat. Yep, too flat. Oh, with the EMA so flat, are you just using the harmonic wave for trends? Yeah, I mean, the overall pressure is down. I like to look at this. As I said, what pair was I looking at just now? Here we are. As I said, I'll go to the high time frame to the 30, and I can see the 240s snaking. Okay. I've got, you can see the 30 just pulling down, gone to the extreme. Okay, got downward pressure. 240 snaking. I've done that again on mine. Okay, down to my 10. This is a bit, as you can see, prices like, but yeah, the EMAs have got really close. That was a nice trade off. You know, off here. Okay, you got the 5-minute, the 10-minute. It's probably at extreme. Trend bar flips. Depends on your money management. Trend bar flips to the green. You would enter exit. Okay, I have a 40. I have a Fibonacci here that I use. Okay, so if I was in here, I would switch to 40%, baby. Yes. So whatever comes first, really. Trend bar flip. Power 10 is at extreme. Trend bar flip. So yeah, you could have been out here actually. Depends on your money management. So you could have taken your money management from harmonic to harmonic, trend bar flip, or using your 40%. So okay. So even if price came down here, bit touch and go. So okay. yes, the higher time frame, you can see the price in the downward direction. Yeah, so it's just good to see. That's why it's important, guys, to start with your 10-minute harmonic wave convergence and learn and build up from there using your pieces of 10, trend lines, and you can put your trend lines in your indicators, take pieces of it, and have an understanding where your 240 is with a 30, downward pressure, and kind of just build up your RES from that. And you just volumes of trades and just build that confidence, and that confidence grows where it just becomes, you end up being a robot. You literally just look at something and just go, yeah, I already know I'm going to win, or come pit positive, or even if it's just slush, because yeah. Okay, right, guys, it's an hour. Are you all happy? Happy. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed it. Okay. Well, what are you guys up to this weekend? Anything nice? Thank you, Tim. Cleaning. Studying. Yes, I like a bit of study. I have a bit of a free time. I play with the children this weekend. I know we've got a big storm. I think we've got a bit of storm coming, actually. The children, my daughter, she goes surf school in the mornings. Sorry, midday. They've cancelled it because they forecast 3-meter waves, so it's not advisable for young children to be in the water at 3 meters, and not even for myself. Anybody else up to anything interesting? Barbecues, visiting family, or reading books? Get that self-development in, build that confidence, build that that self-development, that belief in you can do whatever you want to do in life. Oh, so amazing. Joe Dispenza, I just love Joe Dispenza. He's just got some awesome stuff going on. Reading, yes, reading. Brilliant. Okay, love you guys so much for coming onto onto this session. And as I said, my confidence will build, which will make things a little bit easier for my brain to work with your questions. And also, if I've missed any questions, please just send me a message or just post it, and and tag me or anything, and I'm more than happy to comment and help. Okay. Yeah, love you all. And Stephen Gregory always says, life could be short, and sometimes even shorter. Just reach out to somebody you haven't spoken to, or anybody for weeks or months, or surprise somebody. Why not? Make them day. Okay. Right. One last thing I have to put up. Thank you, Mackenzie. All the excitement. Let's have a look and see what we got. Right. I need to show you this, guys. So if you need to take a screenshot. Okay, have a awesome weekend. Love you all. It's a cat, sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, feel that hot blood in my body, when it drops, ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally, you're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop that, under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. I can see what you when you dance. Feel good creeping up on you. So just dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do.